Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on just the Arrowverse as a whole and another show being announced to actually end in the coming season. So of course, about 2 months ago? I don't know when it was. It wasn't like last week. So a couple of months ago, we actually got the announcement that Supergirl would be ending with its upcoming 6th season, which had a good run, but obviously it's because Melissa Benoist's contract was up. There's a lot of things going on with her, and they just felt it was the right time to end the show for a couple of reasons. I'm sure they could have kept the show going, and some people would have wanted it to keep going, like on the team, but for the most part, they just thought it was the best time to end it there. Just certain things that were going on. So at that point, we were like, okay, well, they're ending Supergirl. Will there be any other shows that will end this season? And like time kept going, and if it got into 2021, it was very unlikely they were probably going to announce another show ending. And just as December's about to roll around, they made another announcement. So it was revealed only like about an hour ago, roughly from when I'm making this video, maybe when the video goes up, that Black Lightning would be ending after its upcoming 4th season. Now, it's hard to tell whether the show was like, oh, it was cancelled by the network. Like, they looked at everything and was like, yeah, we don't want this to continue or not. It's hard to tell, or whether it was a creative thing. I guess that'll come out eventually. It hasn't been said that it's been cancelled. Everything that's been put up hasn't said it's been cancelled, which is usually a good sign that it maybe was a creative thing. But who knows? The fact it's only season 4 could bring up the whole cancel thing, but I'm going to go with the benefit of the doubt with all the articles and stuff, and they're saying that it's just ending and it's a creative decision. We'll go with that. So Black Lightning will be a show that starts early next year. It's not a show that's starting like around with Supergirl and Legends. It's starting like a couple of weeks before The Flash. So the show will be over by maybe like April or May. So by May next year, Black Lightning will be over completely with season 4. So there's actually not too long to go until I guess there's no more Black Lightning. Now, the creator and showrunner Salim Akil actually released a statement in regards to what's going on here. So we'll just read that out and yeah. When we first started the Black Lightning journey, I knew that Jefferson Pierce and his family of powerful black women would be a unique addition to the superhero genre. The love that blurs and all comic book fans around the globe have shown this series over the past 3 seasons prove what we imagine black people want to see themselves in all their complexities. Thank you to the phenomenal cast, writers and crew without whom none of this would have been possible. I'm incredibly proud of the work we've been able to do and the moments we've been able to create in bringing DC's first African-American family of superheroes to life for the culture. I'm very grateful to Peter Roth, Warner Bros. TV, Mark Pedowitz, the CW Network, and Greg Berlanti for their partnership and support of my vision and at every step of this journey. While Season 4 may be the end of one journey, I'm extremely excited to usher in a new chapter and continued collaboration with the CW as we tell the story of Painkiller. Now, obviously, that last bit with Painkiller was interesting. We'll come back to that in a second. But firstly, why did it end? Look, it could be creatively. As I said, we'll probably be waiting a bit until we maybe get the truth, because as I said, everything says that it's ending. It's not being cancelled and stuff, which I go along with, because usually if something's cancelled, they'll all the trades and stuff will just tell you it's cancelled. Everything's saying that's just ending. Black Lightning was never the biggest killer with ratings. However, and I've said this before with Black Lightning, it had a good Netflix audience, and it had a Netflix deal for its first few seasons as well. But whenever it like debuted on Netflix and stuff, it was always top 10 wherever it debuted for the most part. Like Australia, Canada, the UK, everything like that. It was always top 10. People watched the show on Netflix. So I don't think necessarily like overall in regards to demand for the show, if that's the reason it was cancelled. But on the CW side, it didn't get a ridiculous amount of ratings out of the gate. But I don't know what like aftermarket and stuff for it was like. I'm not too sure. The other thing is that it just could be just the right time. It just could be just the right time in their eyes. They don't want to go on, drag it out. Even if like a 5th season would be dragging it out. Maybe they think season 4 is the right time. If you know what happened at the end of season 3, Black Lightning, you could argue that maybe season 4 is the right time to end it if the story suits it. So I'm excited to see what they do in season 4 to end the series, but also just following on from what happened in season 3 as well. And the biggest thing, and it's the big silver lining in regards to a show ending, you might be sad, but if they know that they're ending at the end of the season, and they're only on like episode 2 or 3 of filming, I think it might only be episode 2, they get to finish on their own terms. They get to write their ending properly. They're not rushing an ending like a lot of shows have to do, who think they might be getting another season. They know they're ending at after this season. They have 10 episodes or 11 episodes to go, and they can actually write their proper ending and work towards it. So that's the silver lining around all of this. They actually get to finish on their own terms. Like, they won't cancel in the middle of a season like most shows that end on a season 4. They think they might be getting a season 5. So that's a really big silver lining around all of it. Now, obviously, in that statement from Salim, who's, as I said, like the showrunner and creator, he does mention Painkiller right at the end. He says, I'm extremely excited to usher in a new chapter and continued collaboration with the CW as we tell the story of Painkiller. So Painkiller was obviously the spin-off that was announced about a week ago, like almost exactly a week ago. It's almost like these worked hand in hand. Now, is the Painkiller spin-off now a definite thing to happen now? I think it's definitely more likely now to happen, in my opinion, after this. But I think obviously the backdoor pilot will still have to sell the show fairly well. I think there'll still have to be a decent response to the backdoor pilot. But I think with this ending, it opens up a slot. So I think it's more likely that we're going to be seeing Painkiller happen in the next season of the Arrowverse, whether it comes out at the end of next year in October with the other shows, or it comes out in 2022. That's for us to wait and find out. But I think this is definitely more likely, and they might even spend more time setting it up, maybe in another episode or something like that in the last season. Maybe in the finale, there's another thing with Painkiller to set it up more. So it's definitely more likely to happen. I don't think it's certain like Wonder Girl. I think Wonder Girl's certain. But Painkiller, I think, is probably like 90% of the way, where before it was probably like 70, 75%. But obviously, as I said, we have Supergirl ending, and now we have Black Lightning ending this upcoming season. But with both Wonder Girl and potentially Painkiller most likely coming in, the Arrowverse isn't getting any smaller. We have Superman and Lois premiering as well. So I think they just had to make room. They can't have like 10 of the shows on the CWB DC, even though they're the shows that outside of Riverdale that pretty much carry the network. Like, it's Riverdale and the DC shows that carry the network. So, like, they were never going to, like, start tracking back, but they were never going to make it dominate the network as well. So, they just had to, like, sort of mix and match, if that makes sense. Which sort of makes you wonder, like, that Black Lightning wasn't cancelled due to ratings. It was just, like, they just looked and it's like, hey, well, maybe this show could be a better option. Just, it can at least go for another 3 seasons, where Black Lightning might only go for another 1 or 2 after this. So it's just like negotiating the space that they do have. But this does bring up the big question. That's like, what show is next? Like, what's the next show to go in the Arrowverse? And like, you could debate that. Like, when Supergirl was ending, I'm pretty sure everyone would have been saying Legends, but it was Black Lightning to come. Now, Black Lightning was always on the edge, but I thought the fact that the show was just consistently good, if you want to call it, and quality would just keep it alive and keep it going, especially because of the international, like, Netflix stuff that was going on. But Legends is always the show people will go for next. Like, they go for next in regards to what's ending, but who knows? It comes down to the executives at the CW and what they want to do. And also, it's a very important thing to remember as well. With HBO Max around, they want as many DC TV properties, or just DC properties, but in this case, DC TV properties, coming to their service. And currently, like Flash, Legends, Black Lightning, Supergirl, those shows go to Netflix after their seasons. They don't go to HBO Max, but all the new shows after starting with Batwoman, go to HBO. So Superman and Lois, Batwoman, Stargirl, Wonder Girl will, Painkiller will, they will go to HBO Max. And I think that might be a big decision. It wouldn't surprise me too much if AT&T, who now owns Warner Media, is a big player in maybe trying to weed out some of the shows that are connected to Netflix that aren't necessarily massive hits like The Flash is. So that could be a big reason around it. Maybe that'll eventually come out as an explanation, but that wouldn't surprise me too much if that's what's happening there. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video in some weird way, you could leave a like on it, it'd be greatly appreciated. Let me know in the comment section down below your reactions to this, any thoughts you have, and various things like that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.